On this episode of Lime with Ling, we're gonna make stewed chicken. This is one of my mom's favorite dishes to make for me when I was a kid, so I'm gonna enjoy showing you how to make it. Let's get started. Okay, so this is a pretty easy recipe and it does take a little bit of time, so let's get started. Okay, first things first, we wanna season this chicken. So to start doing that, we have to chop up our bandania, our pimento, garlic, and a little bit of onion. Let's do it. Okay, so you have your vegetables here. We just want to start to chop it up. Put up the pimento on the side here. Also have a scorpion pepper in here, because I like mine a little spicy. But you don't have to add the scorpion pepper if you don't want to. But I'm going to be adding to mine. Okay, this part here, you don't really like the bandania because it's a little bit bitter, so just get rid of that. Bandania have another word, or other people called shadow benny. Call it whatever you want, it's delicious. If you don't have this, so you can't find it, you can also use cilantro. Cilantro is a substitute, but it's not as good at all, you know? So really try to find the bandania. Now with the garlic, same thing, chop it up. Now pimento. It's okay if these things get mixed together because you're using it to season the chicken anyways, all together, so they're gonna be mixed together eventually. So just keep going. Oh, pimento smells, wow, so nice. Real pimento has a smell that cannot be mistaken. Okay, so there I just cut up my scorpion pepper. So the key right now, we're gonna try to mince this finer, but before that, I'm gonna wash my hands. Nobody wants to touch their face or mouth after cutting up a scorpion pepper. What a horrible experience. Alright, let me get back to this. So, keep my hand out of it now. Just trying to get a mince much finer. If you don't have the experience, just put your hand on top and you can fold your blade down. You can also use a magic bullet, or you could use a food processor or something like that to just mix up the seasonings together. But sometimes I just like to get back to the basics. Chop these ingredients real fine. And with that, so now that we have the seasonings all cut up, let's season that. While we chop up these seasonings, all I want to do is put the raw chicken inside the bowl and start to season it. But before that, I want to cut and clean the chicken. So we gotta put that over there. And get the cutting board for the chicken. Alright, so now I want to cut and clean this chicken. So now I want to cut and clean this chicken. So there's a bone in the back here. I'm using the thighs. You could use leg and thigh, you could use breast alone. It depends on how you like your chicken. But I like the thighs, so I'm just going to cut off some of the excess fat. Yeah. Skin. And what I'm going to do here, there's a bone in the back. I like to keep the bone in because there's a bone in the back here. I'm going to keep it in, but if you want, you can easily just cut it out by making a slice on either end of the bone and pulling it out. But I like to keep it in, it has a lot of flavor. What I am going to do though is cut this in half. And there's a bone there, so what you can do is turn your knife, the back of your knife. That's going to break the bone. and then you're just going to be able to chop down. Alright, so let's put that in there. I like to keep it a little bit smaller so it cooks more evenly. Again, cut off the excess skin. Alright, and as well, perfectly cut up all these fats off here. One little piece of get rid of that as well. Alright, now what I want to do, again, cut it in half. So I want to break the bone with the back of the knife, and then just, you'll be able to just easily press down and cut the chicken in half. If you want the bone in, if you're not, you way easier, just take the bone right out. And there you go. So I'm gonna process the rest of these 2 chickens, and I'm gonna wash it with some lemon, and then we're gonna season it. Let's get going. Okay, so what I want to do now is take half the seasoning and put it inside my washed clean chicken. Okay, and also I want to put a little bit of salt, paprika, black pepper, and just a touch of soy sauce. Okay. First things first, soy sauce, salt, a little bit of pepper. Okay, now what we want to do is just go ahead and mix this together, and let's set it in the fridge to rest for about 20 minutes. Alright, let's go. Now what's gone? Now we're gonna be 20 minutes. Now what's here? Alright, that was a quick 20 minutes boy. Alright, so now we just want to start to warm our pot. Cut up all the vegetables first before we get inside the pot. Put some sugar and make some wicked stewed chicken. So let's get going. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is just cut up these vegetables and get it ready to cook. So I'm just gonna cut up this tomato, this carrot, and an onion. Okay, it's done. Let's get ready. Let's cook it and finally eat some stewed chicken. Alright, let's go in. It's just warming up the pot. We have it on high, and we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil. Let that heat up a bit. Then we're gonna add a little bit of brown sugar. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar to get the color that we're looking for, okay? And I'm gonna try to time it exactly for you, so that way you can know exactly how long to do the sugar, because this is actually quite a difficult process to get it correct. But don't worry, I'm here and I'll show you. So now that the pot is nice and hot, we're just gonna go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. 1. 2. So we're gonna let this brown. Here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna time it 6:14. We're gonna try to see exactly how long it takes to get to the correct amount of brown. Because if it's too dark, it'll be bitter, and if it's too quick, then it'll be too sweet. So let's try to figure it out. Well, I know already, but let me try to show you how to do it. Okay, so now we're starting to get it to see it start to caramelize. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. Okay, so there you go. We're gonna just add the chicken now. Now we are gonna add the seasoning, the carrots and the onions that we had from before. We want to stew before we add any water. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit of water now. Just let it simmer. Now the easy part, we're gonna cover it and give it a good 10 to 15 minutes so that chicken can cook really nice. Get all those flavors of all those seasonings into this chicken. So guys, let's give it that 20 minutes it needs. I'm gonna drop it to high heat to medium heat, and I'll see you all in 10 to 15. Okay, so this has been cooking now for about 10 to 15 minutes. Let's take off the lid. Wow. Wow, this smells so good. What I'm gonna do now is just give it a quick stir. Taste for salt and sugar. We need salt, and we need a little bit of sugar. Sugar and salt. Okay, so give it a quick stir. Again, taste for salt and sugar. Wow, that's perfect. So now let's get this plated, and I'll see you on the next episode of Lime with Ling. What's next? You tell me. Okay, perfect.